Mr. Yang, would you like to hear the good news or the bad news? Now, whenever I hear that question, I realize there's never, ever any good news. You see, the day started off terribly. It was pouring down rain. I was holding onto my umbrella, a laptop, folders, and a cup of coffee. As I was rushing off to work, I slipped! Up went my folders, and down went my coffee. All over my brand new pants. Now, to make matters worse, I then rushed off to the subway, hoping they would find a seat on the subway train. But instead, what I found was China's seventh wonder of the world, the Great Wall of People. Pushing and pulling, pushing and pulling. By the time the subway doors closed, I was on the wrong side. Don't you just hate it when you have a bad day? And it just feels like everything goes wrong. All I wanted was for something to turn my day around. But the only thing I had to look forward to that day was the fact that I was going to work to be a manager's assistant. 9 to OT, 5 days a week, 52 weeks a year. But on that day, all of a sudden, a sharp pain in my lower back. Every twist, every turn felt like electricity up and down my spine. By the late afternoon, I was in so much pain that a colleague of mine said, "Kwong, do you want to go see a Chinese doctor?" I thought to myself, Chinese doctor, fortune teller. So off I went to find this Chinese doctor, a short, fat man with eyes so small I wondered if he could see out of them. I told him about my back, and he took out his knuckle, and he jabbed it straight into my back. He said, "Does that hurt?" I said, "Yeah." He took out his knuckle again and jabbed me in the back again. "Does that hurt?" I said, "What do you think?" His face grew serious. "Mr. Yang, would you like to hear the good news or the bad news?" And whenever I hear that sentence, there's never, ever any good news. He continued, "Mr. Yang, we can help solve your back problem with what we call acupuncture. It's where we take little needles and we stick it up and down your body. Little things are going to work. Now, the bad news is that the man who usually does this is away today. But the good news is, even though I forgot my glasses, I can try." Like I said, no good news. Before I knew it, he took out his magic needles. First one went in the back of my neck, second one into my shoulder, third one went straight into my leg. By that time, I was like, "Doctor, how bad is your eyesight?" "Pains in my back." And the doctor smiled. "Mr. Yang, our bodies are like one giant interconnected system. A little point here or here can make a big difference here. Little things make a difference." And it was a fascinating concept because every needle he put into my body made a difference to the pain in my back. And I started to think, if all these little points in my body could make a difference to my back, what if there were all these things in my day which could make a difference to my day? And when I thought about it, I thought all the way back to my coffee accident. I thought about how 5, 6, 7 people walked straight past me, laughing at my pants. And then I remembered a lady who stopped to give me a packet of tissues. That made a difference. I then thought about my subway ride and how I risked my life pushing and pulling, trying to get a seat on the subway. And then I remembered an old lady who gave up her seat for a pregnant woman because nobody else wanted to. That made a difference. And the more I thought about that day and any other day in my life, I realized that the difference between a bad day and a good day, or a good day and a great one, were all these little differences that other people did to turn a day around. Little things make a difference. And so when I left the doctors that day with a much better back, I opened the door to let some patients through. I even helped a lady carry a suitcase up some stairs. And I saw a man who looked lost, and I asked him, "Do you need directions?" I wasn't changing the world, but I could tell by the smile on their faces that I was making a difference. Felt good. So whether you're having a good day or a bad day, hearing good news or bad news, all it takes is a little effort to help turn somebody's day around. Because it's just so simple that you and I can do it. At the end of the day, remember, little things make a difference.